Good morning, children. Welcome back to Maths class. In today's class, we are going to solve objective type questions in exercise 1.2 and few problems under the topic multiplication of decimals. Page 10, exercise 1.2, objective type questions. 11th question, 1.0 plus 0.83 is equal to what? We have to find the answer. So add two decimal numbers. 1.0, 0.83. Since there is no digit above 3, you put 0 above 3. 0 plus 3, 3. 0 plus 8, 8. Keep the decimal point. 1 plus 0, 1. So the answer is 1.83. So choose the third option, 1.83. 12th question, 7.0 minus 2.83. So write 7.0 first. Then below that write 2.83. Subtract. Since there is no digit above 3, you put 0 there. We cannot subtract 3 from 0, so borrow 1 from 7. So 7 becomes 6 and the 0 becomes 10. Again borrow 1 from this 10, it becomes 9 and this becomes 10. 10 minus 3, 7. 9 minus 8, 1. Keep the decimal point. 6 minus 2, 4. So the answer is 4.17. So choose the second option, 4.17. 13th question, subtract 1.35 from 3.51. Since we are asked to subtract 1.35 from 3.51, write 3.51 first. And below that write 1.35. Subtract. Since we cannot subtract 5 from 1, borrow 1 from 5. So it becomes 4. And this 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 5, 6. 4 minus 3, 1. Keep the decimal point. 3 minus 1, 2. So the answer is 2.16. So tick option 4. 14th problem. Sum of two decimals is 4.78. So when you add two decimal numbers, you get 4.78. And one of the number is given, that is 3.21. So write 3.21 plus, we have to find the other one, let it be x, equal to 4.78. To find the value of x, keep x in the left hand side and take this 3.21 to the other side. Since 3.21 is a positive number, when you take to the other side, it becomes negative. So 4.78 minus 3.21. So subtract. 8 minus 1, 7. 7 minus 2, 5. 4 minus 3, 1. So the answer is 1.57. So tick option 1. 15th problem, the difference of two decimals is 86.58. And one of the number is 42.31. So you write 42.31. Let the other number be x, equal to 86.58. So leave this x the left hand side and take this minus 42.31 to the other side. When you take this, it becomes positive. So 86.58 plus 42.31. So add and find the answer. 86.58 plus 42.31. 8 plus 1, 9. 5 plus 3, 8. Keep the decimal point. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. So the required number is 128.89. So tick option 1. Now let us see multiplication of decimal numbers. First let us see decimal multiplication through models. Example 1.16. Find the value of 0.3 into 0.4. Draw a grid. We know that one column represents 0.1. Here the first decimal number is 0.3. So I am going to shade 3 columns in green color. Since the second decimal number is 0.4, I am going to shade 4 columns horizontally in blue. Now find out the common region. This is the common region. We have 12 squares here. We know that each square represents 0.01. So 12 squares represent 0.12. So the answer is the product of 0.3 and 0.4 is 0.12. Answer 0.3 into 0.4 is equal to 0.12.
Of decimals using area model. How will we multiply 3.2 and 2.1? First, let us try this using area model. Consider a rectangular portion as shown. 3.2 means 3 holes and 2 tens, isn't it? Split the rectangular portions along its length into 3 holes and 2 tens. Since 3 holes and 2 tens is multiplied by 2.1, split the same area along its breadth into 2 holes and 1 tenth. Fill the similar portion with the same color. Now we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 square parts, which means 6 holes. And as the remaining parts are fractional, keep the decimal point after the whole number part. As each being rectangle represent 1/10 of the square, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7/10 and 2 small green squares where each represent 1/100 of the whole. So 200. The entire area model represents 6 holes, 7/10 and 200. So 3.2 into 2.1 is 6.72. Decimal multiplication is similar to the multiplication of whole number. Here you should note 2 points. First, if you multiply the whole number 32 by the whole number 21, our product will be 672. In this decimal number, we use the same digits, so we get the same answer. But we just use decimal points to express that answer. Second, the number of decimal places in the product depend on the total number of decimal places in the factor. To find out the number of decimal places in the product, count the decimal places in each factor, 1 and 1. Then add them together. 1 plus 1 is 2. This is the number of decimal places we need in our product. In this problem, each of the 2 factors has 1 decimal place, so the product contains 2 decimal places. Move the decimal point 2 places from extreme right. Now, we got our product.
Exercise 1.3 first problem. Find the product of the following. Sixth subdivision 4 into 0.7. So the first number is a whole number, the second number is a decimal number. Write both the numbers without the decimal point. 4 into, here we have 0.7. So forget about the decimal point, write only the number 7. So we know that 4 into 7 is equal to 4 sevens are 28. In 4, how many decimal places we have? 0 decimal places. And in 0.7, how many decimal places we have? 1 decimal places. 1 decimal place. So when we multiply these two, we got 28. So totally 0 plus 1, 1. In answer also must get 1 decimal place. So how to get 1 decimal place in the answer? From extreme right, you leave 1 digit and keep the decimal point. So the answer is 2.8. So answer 4 into 0.7 is equal to 2.8. Fifth subdivision, 453.03 into 7. Write the first number without the decimal point. Then write the next number. Multiply and find the answer. 3 sevens are 21. 0 into 7, 0. 0 plus 2, 2. 3 sevens are 21. 5 sevens are 35. 35 plus 2, 37. 4 sevens are 28. 28 plus 3, 31. Now keep the decimal point. The first number between 3 and 0, we have decimal point. And how many decimal places it has? 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places. And the next number is a whole number, so it has no or 0 decimal place. So add these two, 2 plus 0, 2. So in the product, we must have 2 decimal places. So from the extreme right, you leave 2 digits and keep the decimal point. 1, 2. So keep a decimal point between 1 and 2. So the answer is 453.03 into 7 is equal to 3171.21. Second problem, find the area of the parallelogram whose base is 6.8 cm and height is 3.5 cm. So, we are asked to find the area of the parallelogram. First, write the given base and height. What's the formula to find the area of the parallelogram? Base into height or BH square units. Here base is equal to 6.8 and height is equal to 3.5 and unit is centimeter square unit, so put square over that. Now let us multiply and find the answer. 6. First write the numbers without the decimal point. 68, 35. Multiply and find the answer. 5 8s are 44, remaining 6 5s are 30, 30 plus 4, 34. 8 3s are 24, 2 remaining, 6 3s are 18, plus 2, 20. Okay, now place the decimal point. Here we have the decimal point between 6 and 8, and here also in between 3 and 5 we had decimal point. The first number we had 1 decimal place. The second number also we have 1 decimal place. So in the product we must have 1 plus 1, 2 decimal places. So where to keep the decimal point? From the extreme right, you move 2 digits 1, 2 and place the decimal point. So the answer is area of the parallelogram is equal to 23.80 centimeter square. Third problem, find the area of the rectangle whose length is 23.7 centimeter and breadth is 15.2 centimeter. So we are asked to find area of rectangle. So first in the solution, first you write the given length and breadth. What's the formula to find area of rectangle? Length into breadth or LB square units. Substitute the values. Length is 23.7 and breadth is 15.2 and the unit is centimeter square. Now write the numbers without the decimal point. 23, 237 and 152. Multiply and find the answer. 2 7s are 14, 1, 3 2s are 6, plus 1 7, 2 2s are 4. 5 7s are 35, 3 remaining. 3 5s are 15, 15 plus 3, 18, 1. 2 5s are 10, 10 plus 1, 11. When you multiply by 1, we get the same number. Add now. 7 plus 5, 13, 20, 5, 6, 1 plus 2, 3. Sorry, here 7 plus 5 is 12, so 2. So now keep the decimal point. Between 3 and 7 we had decimal point, and here in between 5 and 2 you have decimal point. So how many decimal places? You have the first number 1 decimal place. In the second decimal number, how many decimal places? 1 decimal place. So in the product, how many decimal places must have? 1 plus 1, 2 decimal places we must have in the product. So where to keep the decimal point? From extreme right you move. Leave 2 digits and keep the decimal point between 0 and 2. So the answer is area of the rectangle is equal to 360.24 centimeter square. Fourth problem, multiply the following. Third subdivision, 125.367 into 100. So in the next step you write the first decimal number without the decimal point. 1, 2, 5, 3, 6, 7 and the next number is a whole number. Write 100. Multiply. You know that any number when it is multiplied by 100, you will get the same digit followed by 2 zeros. Isn't it? So write the first number and put 2 zeros after 7. Okay. Now see the question and place the decimal point. Between 5 and 3 we have decimal point, isn't it? So in the first number, how many decimal places we have? 3 decimal places. Second number, no decimal place. So in the answer, how many decimal places must have? 3 decimal places, isn't it? So where to keep the decimal point? From extreme right, leave 3 digits and keep the decimal point. So leave 0, this 0 and this 7 and keep the decimal point between 6 and 7. Zeros which comes after 7 has no value. Even if you write 2 zeros after 7, no problem, it is not wrong. So answer 125.367 into 100 is equal to 12,536.7. Fourth subdivision, 34.51 into 100. Write the first number without the decimal point. Multiply by 100. You know that when you multiply any number by 100, that number will be followed by 2 zeros. Now place the decimal point. How many decimal places we have in the first decimal number? 2 decimal places. And in the next number is a whole number. So in the answer, you must have 2 decimal places. So where to keep the decimal point? Leave 2 digits from right side and keep the decimal point. Since only zeros are there after the decimal point, it has no values. So the answer is 3451. 8th subdivision 0.4 into 1000. Next step, write the first number without the decimal point. 4 into 1000, know that 4000. Now place the decimal point. So how many decimal places the first decimal number has? It has 1 decimal place. So here the second number we don't have any decimal place, it's a whole number. So in the product you must have 1 decimal place. So where to keep the decimal point? Between this 0 and this 0. And this 0 has no value since it comes after the decimal point. So the answer is 400. Few problems I have given you as homework in exercise 1.3. I hope you all will do it correctly. Thank you.